doing that teaching aspect with Ji'Ayir Brown, and what did you see from him in the spring, and what kind of things have you shared with him in your experience?
Yeah, no, he's first off, tremendous guy. Just in the locker room, I think his presence is, like I said, I think I'm even younger than him, so it's kind of weird, like trying to talk to him. But a guy that comes in just kind of with his mentality, his maturity, really right there where it needs to be. Very rangy, I say, like as a safety, getting to watch him just the way he can. That's why, you bring a guy like him into our locker room. But I'm trying to, as much as I can, bring him along, but I think that's, a really unique opportunity for Gip as well. I was able to go under Gip's wing last year and kind of for Tashawn just to kind of take him too, because that's, those are guys that, I don't know, as a younger safety, you want to lean on a vet like that that's been through a lot. He has, 30-plus interceptions in his career, so very grateful to have him in our locker room as well. So.
JiAyir had 10 the last 2 years in college, and supposedly he had a ton of OTAs, but they happened on days that we weren't there, I think, most of them. What were those interceptions like? Are those instinct interceptions? Is that something that he just has seemed to carry over to this level?
Yeah, just watching his game is very, he's on point with his stuff. His communication, he's learning really quick, and I think, like I said, when it comes back to the maturity, it's this confidence on the field. And I think that plays a big role. If you go out there and you're timid, you're not going to make the plays that you want to make. And so watching a guy like Tig, or Ji'Ayir, sorry, but Tig doing his thing, he really is falling into that role perfectly. So he's going to make his plays, for sure.
Last year about trying to strike the right balance between being a playmaker back there and sort of protecting against, giving up big play. How difficult a balance is that, and what did you learn?
For me, it's just everybody goes through adversity, whether it's injuries, whether it's not getting tests right if you're in college, goes through those different things. So for me, it was just balancing through that, I've made my great plays, and I missed a lot of plays too. So for me, just balancing them ahead, like I said, I just got to be more consistent. So just got to continue to work on that, and hopefully my teammates can help me with that as well.
Steve Wilkes obviously has an experience in the secondary. What does he bring to your guys' secondary this year?
A lot of knowledge, I say that. Being in the secondary room with him is different because I don't think I've been in a room with a defensive coordinator in a secondary room, and so it was really unique and it was really cool for me. And during OTAs, being able to establish like a routine with him and understanding like I can ask him any questions back there and really get feedback immediately. You don't have to go through a couple guys just to get to a coach. So for me, that was like a pretty cool opportunity. Just seeing the knowledge that he brings to the game is like unbelievable. So. Just very blessed for sure.
It seems like he's really hands-on, on the field. What was your impression of that? Just the way he makes corrections as practice is going.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. He has such for a guy like him to come in just to bring his energy. It's like he makes us run. If you get a pick, you got to finish in the end zone. And a guy like him, he's just running all around the field. I'm like, man, chill out. You good. But having him, it's been awesome. So.
More really trusted you. Now you're learning, getting to know a new defensive coordinator. What's it like building that trust in the offseason now?
Well, you got when you build that, you gotta be on point. First one in, last one out type stuff, and just being consistent. And that's like it's the biggest message I try to get across is like that's what he pushes for us too. So it's accountability, commitment, and trust, and being consistent each and every day. And so when you can do that, then it's all gonna build together for sure.
Your first 2 seasons, the way the season's been painful. What is your sense of, I guess, whatever impact that's had on the players? Is it just more a source of motivation?
Yeah, I think the way our last 2 seasons ended is it leaves a taste in your mouth, but it just makes you hungry. I think all the guys in our locker room believe and know that what we can accomplish when we get to that next step, get to that last game of the year, and if we can do that, great things will happen. So.
Jimmy Ward was the guy that had a lot of influence in the secondary and had been here for quite a while. Is it up to you to be one of the guys that steps into that leadership void? Is that what you were talking about earlier? I mean, you got to be yourself, and he's him, but you have to do a little bit more in that regard. Yeah,
I think I can step up as much as I can, and as much as guys allow me to. Jimmy had that presence in our locker room and on the field. Just a great guy, and for him to move on, I think it's a lot. Everybody understands that. I think everybody's kind of elevating their game, their style, their presence. So it's not just the older guys that lead, And we had a lot of vets last year, like E-Man, Dante, and JV. I think all those guys that really were able to put out really good stuff for us. And so for us, I think having Gip, having Mooney, Demo, we're all slowly rising, and new guys come in as well. And so I think we're all just gonna take what we've learned and put it together, and hopefully great things will happen.
Concepts that you work on with him, you've been working with him for a while.
Honestly, if you were to ask him, and he probably wouldn't say anything, but if you were to ask him, he would like, he's super quiet, but he'd probably just tell you my whole game. And I know it sounds super cliche, but like if you really dive deep down into like the consistency of my game, there's different things that I got to work on, the strengths, the weaknesses, and you know, you just want to elevate, you know, and elevate the team. So as much as I can, just to be more of a leader in our room. It's weird because I'm still young and like younger in the room, so trying to gain that respect and stuff as much as I can, just to be a guy for us. And so.
Took a rise last year for your first year as a starter to All-Pro. When you reflect back on last season, what are the things that you took away from it?
You know, I was just grateful, you know, for the opportunity just to showcase my talents. But at the end of the day, I just want to be the best version of myself, and that has to be more consistent. And so, better eyes, better consistency throughout my play, and just go out there and be better of a team leader. I think my thing is I'm really loud and talkative on the field as they want me to be, but you know, be better in the classroom for everybody else to be more of a teacher too. So anytime you can teach and lend a hand, I think it helps yourself as well. So if I can do that, kind of elevate everybody else around us as well. So.